What's up, gents? Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about a trade that we took on Friday. I got an email from one of our chat room members about a bounce strategy that we use in the chat quite a bit. And so in the chat, obviously I'm trading on screen share. I'm trading in the chat, like also typing them out, of course, for the people who can't just watch video because they got jobs and stuff. But one of the things that, we've been trading in the last week is obviously a lot of these weed stocks. I very rarely trade small cap stocks, but this market is giving us just so many gifts in terms of range and momentum that you kind of have to do it. So one of the things that we've been doing in the chat room is we trade a lot of breakouts, of course, but also we trade like what's called like a bounce strategy, meaning like a quick pullback strategy. And that pullback strategy has a couple caveats to it that you've got to always be mindful of. And so like one of the things that we did with this NBIV, like I longed 1,000 shares of it at 484, and we kind of sold some along the way, and then I actually reloaded it at 519, like when it pulled back. And so it ended up being a pretty cool trade on it. But the reload trade was what Ryan, one of our students, was asking was, okay, so he understood essentially, obviously, like this thing gapped up and the daily chart's looking really well. Now, what happens is like we take this trade on the flag breakout over here. So I actually missed the opening push on it. Shame on me. But we end up taking this flag pattern over here, which is actually a picture perfect pattern because you've got your kind of 9 EMA right on it. So I ended up getting this thing 484, and I never trade this thing like too big a size. Like I'm not that kind of guy that buys like 50,000 shares of this stuff or any of that crap and take big losses and stuff like that. I trade small. I like to risk $100, $200 and try to make 1,000 or 2,000, right? That's just the nature of how I like to do things. That's my strategy, right? And so we took this trade and had like a really nice flag pattern, and you can see like it popped $1 in 3 candles. So that's all fine and dandy, right? But that's an easy trade, right? A flag pattern is the easiest trade you're going to get to. But the bounce strategy is a lot harder. And where do you sell it? And so one of the things that, one of my students was asking me was like, okay, so I timed the bounce strategy, the bounce really perfectly, the next play. But like, how do you know where to sell it, right? And how do you know how high it can go? So as this thing, like this NBED, cruised up, and I was scaling out along the way, right? So it's like 200, 200, 200, 200, right? Nothing too crazy. So it starts to pull back. So one of the questions was like, why do you not buy it at the 9 EMA? Well, the 9 EMA is not a good kind of bounce place during lunchtime. Your 9 EMA is like a short-term moving average. So during lunchtime, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. That's the thing with all moving averages, right? It's the time of the day that really matters. So as this thing kind of came back, I'm just waiting for, specific entry points. So as this thing came back here and kind of tested this 5 spot, when it remounted the 9 EMA, that's when I hit it. And so, we re-entered this thing, right into 519. And, it ended up, now I re-entered this thing 1,500 shares at 519. And it's like, where do you sell it, right? Well, when you do a bounce strategy, almost always, your overall target's kind of the high of the day, right? It may break out, but most likely because it's just a second test, you're not going to actually break out. You need usually 3 tests or more of that high of day to actually have a high probability breakout. And so what you want to be doing is really kind of scaling out along the way. So like for me, like, I sold half up here, sold a couple up here, and then I keep a few for the lotto in case it breaks out. Now, if it breaks out, even better, right? I can add more and build up my position. So just something to keep mind of. Guys, we are running a special in our chat room. We're having a special, it's called the Total Trader Package, meaning that we are going to combine our swing trading service and our day trading service into one package that is going to be something you can purchase. I believe it's like $700. You get both of them for 1 year. So it's an annual pass. So it's going to be pretty cool. Our chat room, obviously, it's a go chat room. I'm in there every day trading and shredding on screen share, right? Full transparency on that stuff. And then our part-time trader service is like what Paul does, right? So what we do with our part-time trader service, this is going to be text, email. You know, Paul does the part-time trader service, and he does a really good job. So what you'll get usually is like a daily video that is about you're going to get a daily video on what's happening in the markets, like what are we looking at, you know, so on and so forth. And so Paul does that kind of like nightly watch list. And then from there, what we do is like he gives out all the trades he's taken. So what he'll do is, you know, we've got like a swing trade dashboard. So what he'll do is put a video of exactly kind of like what's going on in the market, what's he looking at, what are the overall conditions. And then from there, you know, he does like twice a month mentorship sessions where, you know, he gets on webinar and teaches and kind of all that fun stuff. And then, yeah, you're like getting actual alerts for this stuff, right? So he's giving out the trades that he does. So if you're a part-time trader with a job, this is great because, well, frankly, you can do this type of trading from your cell phone, a smartphone, right? It's a part-time trader service. And then also you get the day trading service too, right? So you're combining them. You're going to get to see me during the day, just go, 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 right? That momentum style day trading, which is frankly watching a trader trade and screen share is frankly I think the best way to learn. And then you'll have the longer term kind of trades too, where you're going to get a nightly video, analyze the markets, and have stuff that you can do on your smartphone. So we call it the total trader, but it's also just something that's going to be awesome because it's going to combine kind of the things that you're looking for, right? Not everybody can just day trade all day. We have to do both. I trade both. I do longer term stuff and I do my day trade stuff. So that's a $700 deal. We do it on an annual basis. You're going to get both programs. I think it's a limited time till Monday. So let me know if you have any questions, leave any comments, you know, all that fun stuff. And I look forward to seeing everybody on YouTube Live come Monday. All right. Take care, guys.